Studios is a computer system that's been developed by FAR. It's ideal for tracking what's happening as far as your silos are concerned in grain storage.
Yes, we have. It's got a grain store section in it, which is basically a grain inventory. When a farmer sets up his paddocks, he can set up his silos. So however many silos he has on the farm and how many tons that they hold, he can set them up. And then the two systems, the paddock diary and the grain store, link when he harvests from his paddock diary. The grain moves to the store waiting to have something done to it.
Once again, this is important for compliance.
It's really inventory because farmers will need to know where their store is. They have to number their silos, that's part of compliance as well. And they have to know, obviously, which crop has gone into which silo. And records are related to what they do with that grain in the silo. So when they clean the silo out at the beginning of the season, they can record it and report it. And when they check the grain during the season, the moisture of it, if it's got pests in it, have they treated it? Again, this is all part of the reporting that goes on to that vendor declaration with the crop recording diary that goes to the end user. So the grain store is crucial for traceability, and they can also set up their contracts and sales through it. So it's a little complex system on its own, but also it links to the diary side.
Is it really important to know what paddock the grain came from and what happened to it?
For traceability, yes, yeah. And if they've got a problem, if you had a problem with, a weed like velvet leaf has been all in the air recently, you'd need to know which paddock that came from so that you can check it for next year in case it comes again.
So you can have a look at your silo and say in that particular silo certain sprays were used and certain fertiliser was used.
Yes, yeah. That the vendor declaration form that pulls together both the grain store information, what's happened with it in the store, it brings in what's happened when it's been growing. So it all comes together on one report with no money, doesn't bring the gross margin dollars onto this. It links automatically the active ingredients. So the end user knows that for the food chain and for the Northern Hemisphere seeds, what's actually happened when they've grown that crop.
When the grain leaves the farm, what, you just give somebody a printed off report?
Yep, easily, and print it off and pass it to the person who's buying your grain or seed.
And once again, it all just totally ties in with the compliance reports, apps on cell phones and farm computers.
Yes, it's simple. What we're trying to do is a simple system that farmers can just do it on the go and they tick all the boxes with it.